Hi everyone and welcome back to some more Assetto Corsa Competizione here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here. Now in today's video we're going to be testing out the custom championship. I thought I might mix some of the episodes up with the career as well, just to keep it fresh, and I will be doing some of the online as well. So in today's episode we're going to be taking on a race around Brands Hatch circuit. Now this is going to be two races in this competition, of two races of 15 minutes. Also I'm going to be doing the qualifying as well, and we're going to be using the Porsche. Now it's going to be the same car we're using for the career, just so I can get some practice in it. I've heard that it's a little bit loose at the rear, so let's see if it's any good. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the first qualifying session and our first experience in the Porsche. Really looking forward to this. This car is in one of my favourite colours as well, so that helps. Now I have heard from quite a few people that it's very loose at the rear, so that's something I'm going to have to get used to. So let's warm up the tyres. So you only get yeah, yeah, it is quite loose. Yeah, we do need to warm up the tyres first. I haven't adjusted the tyre pressures, and we've just gone with the standard setup. And I might use the aggressive setup in the races, but let's just go play safe first and get used to the car. And this is the one we're going to be using for the career as well, so it's good to get some experience. And yeah, I've just started to have a go online, so I will be setting up those community races. And obviously we've been playing F1 2020, so we will mix it between the two. Bloody hell, this does sound nice though. Let's see what it's like about this turn. Ooh, yep. I can feel the rear just wanting to step out a little bit, but the tyres are still cold. So we've got 5 races in this championship. I think there's more than one championship in the custom mode, but you get a little bit more. You can change the settings, the weather conditions and stuff like that. So, and it gives me a bit more practice at the pit-ins as well. So there's 2 races of 15 minutes. So that's our first lap. Let's see if we can put in a time now. So I reckon they're going to be hitting low 126s, and we struggled to do the 126s in the McLaren. So let's see if the Porsche is any better. Not too bad. Down Paddock Hill bend. Let's go down. Let's try not to go into the gravel. It's not too bad. Yeah, it doesn't feel. I'm liking it actually. It feels better in the turning for sure. It's not understeering like the McLaren does. So you just have to get used to the difference. I think, I'm not sure whether the weight, there's a bit of weight difference on the cars as well. This one feels, I don't know, maybe it feels a little bit heavier on the steering, but maybe that's just me. And if you want to see the setup I'm using on my wheel, let me know in the comments below and I will share that, because I have played around with the settings recently. I'm using a Thrustmaster T300 GT with the TM rim. So if you use a Thrustmaster, let me know and I will show you my settings. I do know a few settings for obviously the G29, because Thrustmaster, luckily on their Twitter page, have been sharing good setups. And so have Assetto Corsa, showing the setups for different wheels. And that's our first lap, and that wasn't too bad. Right, that is the end of the session, and we didn't manage to put in a faster time. Definitely need some practice, but we got full fastest. I knew they were going to do 126, and I think I need to adjust the tyre pressure slightly as well, because in that final lap I was just losing the rear a little bit more than I was after the first lap. So if we can just get rid of that, hopefully we can put in a faster time. But we get 2 qualifying sessions. So the first race we're going to start in 4th, and that's going to be quite a challenge, but looking forward to it. So let's get straight into the next qualifying and see if we can do just a little bit better. Right, so here we go with the second qualifying session, and I have altered the tyre pressures slightly, so hopefully I'll be able to put in some faster laps, but we know they're going to get quicker in this session, so we need to get in those low 126s, so let's see if we can do that. Definitely prefer the Porsche over the McLaren. It doesn't understeer, it is loose at the rear, but I think I will get used to that, and once the tyre pressures are around what they should be, I maybe might try a couple of different settings as well. But yes, definitely liking the Porsche. So let's warm up these tyres and get ready to try and push and put in a faster lap. And that was nicely done round that turn, and we're starting to step it up as the tyre pressures are coming up to the right temperature. Let's see if we can take this corner a little bit quicker this lap. Turn it in. No, I'm losing the rear. No, that's not going to happen. And that is an invalid lap. Oh, that means we're going to have to go on another lap. Oh, that is so frustrating. Right, let's try not to muck it up this time. Still, well, we might have time to do at least 2 laps. Oh, you don't want those posts, do you? Let's see if we can take this turn a little bit better. Got a little bit wider. Still having a few issues with that rear. But hopefully we will get used to it. Round that turn. Oh no, we got being penalised. Oh, we got one more chance of putting a lap now. Right, we can't fail on this lap, otherwise we're going to be starting right at the back. But that's twice. I've got an invalid lap. Oh, bit of a slide again down Paddock Hill Bend. This is really hard to handle when you start pushing it. I think I might have to adjust a few settings. I don't think that is just the tyre pressures. So, but this is our last attempt. Can we at least get a top 10 time? I think a few 126s have been put in. So, our fastest lap, even with the invalid one, was only a 127.9. We need far better than that. Well, let's not muck it up around this turn this time. It's a little bit better. It's okay. Turned in nicely. It's okay down there. It's starting to feel a little bit better now. It's nicely done through there. That is a very difficult section if you muck it up. Still getting a bit of a slide at the rear. Come on, final corner. We're on for a half decent time here. That is nice and controlled. Oh, that was perfect. Right to the line, and what time are we going to get? Oh, this is going to be half decent, and across the line, and oh, we get pole. Oh, look at that, 126.5. Fantastic. And that was our last attempt as well. You cannot complain about that. Still having issues with the rear moving around a lot. I think I might just tweak the settings slightly. I don't think it's just the tyre pressures. But that's the only thing when you've only got 5 minutes of qualifying. You don't really have enough time to put enough laps in. But I'm happy with that. So now it's all down to the races. So let's get straight into the first one. Right, so here we go with the first race in today's episode. So it's 2 races of 15 minutes, and that requires a pit-in as well. So in the first race, we're starting in 4th. So we're going to have to get a good start. So let's just quickly adjust. Oh, hasn't got to change the tyres. Let's make sure that is on. We need to change the driver, and we will turn off the repairs because that only slows you down. Whoops, just missed it. Oh, for God's sake. I'm trying to drive with one hand and use the D-pad. Oh, for God's sake. The race is going to start in a minute. And there we go. Done. Let's just change. Right, here we go. And it looks like it's the Mercedes that's leading the way. So let's see if we can get a good start. And off we go. Man, that's not bad. Just sneak into the middle of these two. Squeeze down, yes! We managed to squeeze through into second, in behind the AMG. Let's see if we can keep up with him. The tyres are going to be very, very cold. So let's just keep it steady. It's not too bad through there. a Lambo behind us. So let's make sure that we don't give him an opportunity to catch up. This has been a good start. Let's get his slipstream. Hopefully we can keep up with this car in front. We definitely improved in that second qualifying, so hopefully we will be able to put in some consistent laps as we get used to pushing this car. Hopefully the tyres pressures will be okay. I did adjust them slightly, but you've got to try and keep them around that optimum temperature. Hopefully they won't overheat, but that has happened to me a few times on this game. Obviously when you do more laps, the temperature just keeps on rising, especially the track temperature. Sometimes it takes a while to get experience to know where to raise it and lower it. It's a good start to this race. Managed to pull away from the main group behind, trying to stick with this Mercedes, which is a car that I haven't tested out yet, and it's very strong. Takes that corner nicely. Okay, just trying to get nice and turned in there. Much better pick up through there. Okay, just keeping that steady. Oh, that was nicely done. And can we get in his slipstream? Might be able to get close enough to slip past him. Not sure whether we're close enough. No, that's going to be a risk. No, we're not going to attempt to get past just yet. Let's stick with him. Keep that nice and turned in. Driving down the hill. Just getting used to this Porsche. The window is opening. So the pit is open, but we've got quite a long time to go into the pit, so we're not going to go in just yet. We'll get at least 4 or 5 laps in first if we can. Set some decent lap times. But if he goes into the pits, I'm going to go in behind him. We are starting to gain on him. So this is our first decent lap in, and that, oh, a nice 126.8. So we're already up to speed. Let's see if we can just keep on improving on that. But getting used to the sliding of the rear. As you can see, the tyres are starting to heat up a little bit too much on the left side. So I think that's something that we're going to have to be mindful of for the second race. I might have to just lower them on the left side slightly, because when you get into the 28s, they really do start getting a lot of problems, a lot of sliding. As I've played this game more, I'm starting to learn these things. Getting really close. We're not going to let him out our sights. Keep putting him under pressure if we can. And that wasn't too bad through there again. Starting to get used to how this handles around the turns. Just closing in. And we're coming towards the end of another lap. Really do need to try and get past this car if we can before we pit, or like I said, we may just go in behind him and hope that we come out around the same time. Okay, not too bad. This is going to be an even quicker lap, so we're definitely improving each lap, which is good to see. Here we go, just slightly quicker. Just be careful. Trying to stop all that sliding. Don't want to make a mistake. Again, trying to get tight in. Definitely like the way this car handles, for sure. Okay, nicely done through there. Right, let's see if we can get a little bit closer to him through this next corner. Hopefully we might be able to get past him. Get tight in, slowly put your foot down. And that's not too bad. But again, he's just a little bit too far ahead, so we're not going to catch up and be close enough to pass. But I think he's up to level as well. I think he's up to a decent pace as well, which is making it slightly more difficult. But what a battle this is at the moment. This is going to be an even quicker lap at this rate. Nicely done through there again. find a bit more of an edge. Oh, that was much better through that turn. So this is going to be another decent lap. Be careful. Oh, just lost it. No. Oh, almost lost a rear around that last corner. Still managed to hold it, and an even quicker lap there. So that war again. Oh, the flipping tyres are starting to give me a slight issue on the left side. Oh, for God's sake, we're going to have to adjust those tyre pressures for the next race. Look, they're really causing me issues. This is when they start really just letting go of it. Can we just get to the pits and hopefully we can put on another set that hopefully will see us through to the end. Yeah, that is not helping, especially that front left tyre. Again, be careful. Yeah, it's definitely moving around a lot. Just not feeling very confident, especially going into those turns. Again, just, oh God, this is so frustrating. I thought I'd lowered it enough, but as we've got up to a real good pace, they've just cooked a little bit on that side. I think it may be a good idea to pit now. Yeah, they're causing me too many issues. Right, into first, pit limiter on, there we go. Let's change the camera view, and hopefully we can nail this first time. But I'm finding doing it this way is working for me. Let me know if you do it a different way, but this seems to be the best way to get in the box. There we go. Right, time to go. Let's see if we can get out before this car in front. And there we go. That was a successful pit. No, we got a car ghosting for us. Oh, I've got to fix this. What the hell is that all about? They've got to sort that. If a car comes out behind you, it stays behind you. It shouldn't be able to go through you like that. It's so annoying because you can't see either. Right, let's get these tyres up to temperature. And hopefully, we should have made a good decision there. Hopefully we will just, as he comes out the pits, we will pass. It's going to be very close, but as long as we stay in at least second, I'll be happy. But he went on another lap, so I wasn't prepared to do that, especially on those tyres. They were just cooking to pieces. Right, coming to this corner. Is he still in the pits? And what place are we going to be in? And we are up to fourth. So there's either, I'm taking it, there's a couple that haven't pitted just yet. So let's just carry on going. There's a car in front of us. I'm not sure whether that's one that's just come out the pits. It might be. Can't see if that is the Mercedes. Let's try and get a good lap in here. Need to get up to that speed anyway. But I noticed that it didn't put a fresh set on. Now, that's another thing that I've noticed is that if you don't double check that the next set they're going to put on are a fresh set, they put an old set of tyres on, and then they're not going to last. It keeps on happening. Okay. Be careful, these tyres aren't too decent temperature yet. Still feeling a little bit. Make sure don't make a mistake here. Oh, no. Oh, that was a real close one. Just lost it there. That's 2 or 3 times I've done that. This Porsche is definitely a little bit more. You have to be careful when you push it to its limits. Right, and we have moved. Oh, so we're up to second. So that means that car in front is the leader of the race. Still got quite a few minutes actually. We might be able to catch him, so we're going to have to start putting in some faster laps and hopefully get closer. power through there. Definitely getting closer. And our lap times are pretty decent, so I think we're up to pace, but those tyres are starting to get a little bit heated again, which is causing us issues again. So remember, second race, lower the temperatures, because that is something that we need to do, because then the temperature might change for the second race. We've got to bear that in mind, but we will double check. This is all learning process. Can we just gain a little bit of time on this Mercedes? I'm trying to push this car as much as I can. I definitely feel there is a 125 in this car with a setup. Okay, just trying to push it through there. Yeah, that's okay. And we're coming towards the final lap of the race, and it looks like we're going to have to take second place, which is not a bad result. Second race we start on pole, remember, and that's what we've got to try and win. Let's not throw this away, so bring it home. The brakes are feeling okay. I think the braking on this car is a little bit better as well. The car's definitely more stable. I do like the fact that on this game there is such a massive difference between the type of cars. I mean, if you play games like GT Sport, you can go in most of the GT3 cars and they just feel the same. They really do. On this game, they're so different. Completely. And that's where Assetto Corsa do a great job on their racing simulations. God, God, just literally sliding it into the turns now. Those tyres are really giving me issues. Let's not muck it up. We've only got a way to go, and we have got a car quite close behind, so we don't want to throw away second place. And we couldn't push the car anymore. We were definitely the fastest in the circuit for sure, but yeah, we just didn't take our opportunities. When we were right behind him, we should have tried to overtake. We didn't, and we're going to finish second. There you go, that is the end of the first race. So we learned quite a bit, so I think I'm going to adjust a couple things that I feel will make a difference in the next race. And definitely lower those tyre pressures. But hopefully the temperature of the circuit will be similar, so we know that if we adjust them, they will work out about the same. But still, we're on the podium. Can't complain. This is the first time we've used the Porsche on this game. We've done a couple of qualifying sessions and we've managed to come second on a half-decent level. So that's something to be happy about at least. Right, let's get straight into the second race in today's episode and see if we can better our result. I'm hoping we can, because we're starting from pole and there should be no excuses. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here we go with race 2. Now, I've made a couple of alterations on the tyre pressures and a few other things that hopefully will make a difference. And I'm hoping, starting from pole position, I should be able to get a decent start. The time of day is slightly different. The temperature isn't far off what it was in the first race, so let's keep our fingers crossed. If we can get a good start, set a decent pace from the start, we may be able to win this one. And it will be our first win around Brands Hatch in this sort of category, and the first win in the Porsche. So let's see if we can get decent starts. Just wait for the go. Try and hit the line, and off we go. There we go, that is a good start. Just try and be careful, those tyres are going to be cold. It may take more than one lap for them to heat up, as we have lowered the pressures, especially the left side. We'll try our hardest to start strong. We've got an Audi behind us and a Ferrari. So there's no Mercedes. So the Mercedes didn't do so well in the second qualifying. much of that, and we've started really strong. We've already pulled away almost a second already. So that is a blinding start. Give that car an opportunity to get back. So I think this time, if we pit, let's try and pit with a bit of breathing space behind. So we know we're not the quickest in the pits. Although the pit in the first race wasn't too bad. I think I did okay. Flipping out. Yeah, those tyres still not feeling very grippy. Let's just try and get in the load. It's not too bad. That Audi has just closed in again. Let's see if we can try to push it on the second lap. Still sliding a little bit. Be careful. I think this car's not as stable on the curbs as the McLaren. You could grab quite a bit of curb on the McLaren, and it was quite okay. But on this one, I find as soon as you touch a bit of curb, it does really alter. It just moves around a bit more. Such differences between the two. It's not too bad. Definitely much better around that corner than I was in the McLaren. Let's see if we can start off really strong, get some decent laps in. It's not too bad. Tires are starting to get up to decent temperature. Through there. And I think I'm going to pit maybe not a little earlier this time. It's all about tactics. I'm going to try and get a lead and then pit. So if I can get that lead up to 2 seconds, I think that would be decent enough. It's just over a second at the moment. So we come into the straight. Let's see what sort of time we're at. So quickest lap, and that is a 1:26.9. So not too bad. Let's see if we can improve on that. Those alterations I've made have made just a little difference. I'm feeling that rear just stepping out all the time every time I go into the really tight corners. So yeah, that feels much more stable. We're up on the time. We've just extended the gap to 2 seconds, so it's going well at the moment. Can we get a win today? Don't forget, this is a championship, so it's all about points. So, we got second in the first race. We get a win here. So we go to San Marino in the next round of this championship, hoping to carry on this really good run. Just around there. So this is definitely going to be a quicker lap. Our fastest lap was in the first race. It was a low 1:26. It's not too bad. Trying to push it.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job.
Careful as we go down Paddock Hill Bend. It's not too bad. And look at the gap. Still around 2 seconds. So see if we can keep on pushing that. Definitely feel that we've got pace. Careful, bloody hell, don't be getting on the curbs too much. Again, just getting it turned in. That's nicely done. Just dropped a little bit of time at the start of this lap. Be careful. At least the tyres aren't overheating at this moment. I think I might have loaded a little bit too much, only a tad. So I definitely need to sort of make a note of what temperatures I start them on in the different temperatures on the track. so I can get a sense of where they need to be on each track. It's not too bad around there. Slightly slower lap. Still up to 3 seconds. That was just about half a second slower that lap. Just step it up a little bit again. Really got to keep those lap times in the 126s, I think. I think after this championship, I think it's on about 95%. We will put it on maximum. I think we can handle it on the hardest now. I just wasn't sure on the levels because I've got it hard in the career. I don't know exactly what AI level that is. Whether that is 100%, it could be. Who knows? Definitely find this car much easier to control around the circuit than the McLaren. The McLaren just didn't feel very good around, especially around these corners. Should we pit now? Or do we go on another lap? I think lead, so yep, let's pit. I said about 2 seconds, didn't I? So let's see if we can get this, and the limiter on. Really getting used to that now. Right, change the camera view. Fingers crossed we don't muck this up, because that is always possible. Still haven't got any decent sets to put on.
Not over yet.
Right, let's just get into this. And it's time to go now.
Stop, is that clear?
Come on, go, 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 go. Now that is all done. Turn off the limiter. Now, there we go. And off we go. That wasn't too bad. I think the pit in the first race was slightly quicker. I will take it. Right, now we just got to hope that when we come back round, that we're still in the lead of the race. So we're in 7th at the moment. Sure that not all the cars have pitted yet. The pit windows are much longer in these races than they are in the career. So be careful not to speed just yet. So this is a tyre set that we've already used, so hopefully there's enough wear on these tyres to last the rest of the race. And it was only because someone actually commented on one of the episodes. They said, why are you putting warm tyres back on? I didn't even realise. I just assume the game does it for you, but these are the things that, you know, no one tells you. Without this game having the tutorial or, you know, giving you some information on how this works, you're sort of left out there trying to work it out all yourself and just learning from it. Right, hopefully, what position are we going to be on once we pass the pits? Said if the leader's gone in the pitch yet, so
There's a car leading the beginning. Watch out.
he's in there, and we are. Oh, so we're up to 2nd. So he's either hasn't pitted yet, or he's in front of us. He's already come out. Can't see anyone, and we weren't that slow in the pits, so I'm assuming he hasn't pitted yet. So let's make sure that we put in a decent lap here. So hopefully when we come back round, it gives us a chance to come out in front of him. Oh, there you go. Leader in the pits. That's worked out nicely. Now we just need to finish this lap strongly. The moment of truth. Is he still in the pits? And coming to the pit exit. Is he still in there? And yes, he is! And we're into 1st place. Wow. Definitely getting better at the pits. And now we just need to finish this off. We've got just over 3 minutes. Oh god. The brake a little bit late. Let's not muck it up yourself. Let's try and finish this race off. But overall, it's been a really good run in this Porsche. I'm definitely going to be racing this one online. It's definitely up there, the best car that I've tried so far. I mean, I've tried about 5 different cars. I've tried the Lambo. The Lambo was okay. That was in my first experience. What else have I tried? I've tried 2 different McLarens. Definitely need to try more of the cars though. You never know, there might be one I prefer better than this, but at the moment the Porsche is definitely up there, the best I've tried so far. Just trying to push it. Just keeping it steady around there. Need to keep these lap times up. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, just the rear just gave way there, just out of the blue. And as we're coming towards the end of the race, we don't want to be doing anything like that. God, but I managed to save it, so that was a lucky one. That's given us our warning as we come into the final lap of the race. And the Audi behind is still just over a second behind. So let's not give him any opportunity to get back into this. So here we go. Final lap. Can we win here around my local GP circuit? The amount of laps I've done around the Indy circuit on a motorbike and track days, I do like it. Never done the full circuit. They don't really open the full circuit to the public, only the Indy circuit. But yeah, it's still a fun day out. Let's see if we can push it. Hold it. Let's try and make this a really good lap if we can. Again, we've hit some decent lap times in this race. I reckon if we did some hot laps, we definitely would be in the 125s with the setup. We didn't really use the aggressive setup, we just went with the standard one, the default one. I assume it's the safe setup. And that feels pretty decent. It's almost there. And we're going to get a victory in the Porsche. That is a good result. Really chuffed with that. There we go. Porsche power. And we take the win.
Excellent job there. What a race. P1. Bring it back home safely.
So that is a good start to this championship. And I'll say this again, guys. This game is brilliant. When it all comes together, there is a few issues. I ain't gonna lie. The pit-ins have been a nightmare from day one. The ghosting is something that just annoys me a bit. There is a few other things that, I mean, and graphically, everyone worries about the frames per second, all that. You know, that doesn't really bother me. It's the driving experience, and the driving experience in this game is amazing. Let's get that straight. It is one of the best, if not the best, and that's why a lot of the professionals use this game to test and enjoy in their spare time. Right, let's get into what's coming next in this championship. So here we go. Right, guys, that is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Changing up what we're doing into the custom championship mode. We'll be doing some online as well. Just going to add it into the series, just keeping it fresh. And in the next episode, we head to San Marino for the Misano World Circuit, a fantastic circuit. And hopefully, it'll be another tough race and another learning curve. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.